there's in business, there's really high highs and there's really low lows.
Yeah.
So you kind of, running a business and being that last person in the line responsible, for the livelihood of all these people, all your staff, your range of emotion kind of grows where like, the craziest shit could be going on.
Yeah.
And I'm just unfazed.
Unfazed.
Or the craziest shit could be
Tate.
going on the other way.
Yeah.
Unfazed, because there's no time to stop and think
Yeah.
about shit, man. You gotta keep it moving.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Cool. Live, another episode of Adversity Kings. We have Humza.
Humza, yeah.
Humza.
Humza
Cool.
Razzak.
Humza Razzak. Where you from?
I'm from Chicago.
Yeah.
My family's from Pakistan, and then I'm also part Greek.
Okay. Let's go.
Yeah. How about you? Where are you from?
So my dad's black, my mom's white. So
Okay.
America.
America.
Arkansas.
Okay.
But Arkansas, I was born and raised, and then from there, my mom, I took her last name. So if you like, my last name's Dlabik, but my dad's last name is Nelson. She's Czech and like Scottish,
Okay.
like all the
So
whites.
just mixed. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like part of my family too.
Yeah, bunch of different
Greek,
different things.
French, Canadian.
Yeah.
Everything.
Now, who were you closest with growing up? Mom, dad? Do you have a tight family?
I have a tight family. Yeah, both of them. I would say probably my dad
Yeah.
more. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what's he do for work?
So my dad, well, now what he's doing is commercial kitchens.
Okay.
So he's doing like setting up kitchens for restaurants, hotels, big projects, stuff like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what about your mom?
My mom, she's actually a makeup artist.
Okay.
So her and my sister also does the same thing.
And then were you do you have any siblings when you were
Yeah.
growing up?
So my younger sister Fizza, she's 22.
Okay.
I have one more sibling, Adam. He's 9.
Okay.
He's
Cool.
young, yeah.
Let's go. And then what was growing up for you like?
Man, growing up was good, dude. It was hard work. I mean, it was good. I had an amazing upbringing.
Yeah.
Yeah. It wasn't easy, but like
Why
I learned a
was
lot.
it amazing?
I mean, I just think I learned a lot about what it takes,
Yeah.
to get through life.
Who were those hard workers that stood out to you? Was it your dad? Was it
Definitely
your
my
mom?
father. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
what all was your dad doing?
So my dad, the same industry I'm in now, my grandfather had come. So it's a long story about how
This
we
is like
got.
loose. That's why I'm playing with this.
Yeah.
It's gonna bother me. Just keep going.
So it's like a long story about how we got to being in this business. But he originally, my grandfather came here from Pakistan in the 70s.
Okay.
And, he was a bartender, a busboy, made it. It's the same story that,
Yeah.
$2, $12 in my pocket. That's the
Yeah.
same fucking story, so. But it's true
Okay.
with him. So he was driving cab. He was bartending. He was doing a bunch of stuff. Finally, he got hip to importing.
Okay.
So bringing stuff in from Pakistan, just general merchandise, bull whips, like pornos, like just
Yeah.
containers.
Anything to make $1.
Anything you could sell general merchandise to wholesalers. Because
Yeah.
in Chicago, it's a big thing with wholesalers. If you go like Southside, there's all kind of wholesale stores. So he started with that. Then they were wholesaling T-shirts, and then they got into screen printing.
Now you said the sexual material, right? Is that what you said, the pornos?
Pornos was like a small part.
Now, and I'm just curious because I'm really curious about cultures and different things like that.
Yeah.
That's
completely taboo. I'm Muslim, so we're Muslim.
Yeah. So
That's
are you able?
completely
You're not able to view that, right? Like you wouldn't be able to view. Wouldn't that be? Is it called haram? Would that?
Yeah,
be,
that would be haram.
Right?
I guess so. Yeah.
You see over here, I got the Holy Bible, and then underneath.
Oh, okay.
One of my boys. So
Okay.
somebody had on the podcast. They
Very
gave
nice.
me that. So I haven't been able to dive into it at all.
Really?
But
you should.
I'm really curious. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
you should.
I'm culturally curious. I like to learn different
should.
cultures and different things like that. So we actually did a prayer. You know what I mean? We went to the bathroom, washed the socks,
wudu?
washed washed everything.
Yeah,
I still
yeah.
prayed to Jesus, but it was the same format.
It's the same. It's one God.
Yeah, exactly.
We're all. I like to
Exactly.
say we're 90% on the same page. If we're,
Yes.
if you're Christian, Muslim, and Jewish, we're 90% on the same page because it's monotheistic.
Yes. Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah. So I've read all of them.
Yeah.
I'm
I
Muslim,
read
but I'm
bits
not
of the
very
Quran.
strict. Yeah, you have.
I've read bits of just verses. I went to a Christian school, and what was cool about I went to a Christian school for a year. I actually got kicked out of every school, so I got kicked out of there too.
Yeah.
But when I was there, they had us study other religions.
Okay.
So I thought that was kind of cool. You know what I mean? Because I don't think a
Yeah.
lot of religions are always open-minded to studying the other
Oh no, you
religions.
got to, man.
So I
you got to
think
study everything.
Exactly.
I went to a Christian college,
Okay.
so I learned a lot about Christianity there.
Okay.
You know, so I'm an open-minded person. You know, I'm
Yes.
not very strict.
I think it's crucial, especially being a
Yeah.
business owner.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? Because if you're closed-minded, you kind of limit yourself from different opportunities, making
Yeah.
money, growing your business, things
Yeah,
like that.
absolutely,
So
yeah. Yeah.
that's dope. So you're growing up. Your dad's a hustler. Your grandpa was a hustler.
Yep.
And then as grandpa's hustling, he's making his way. What transition after he's importing? What's he doing next?
So they were importing a lot of stuff. They were importing belt printed T-shirts. So a belt printed T-shirt is like a full print edge to edge. So like what you're wearing, you know,
Okay.
you just got to print right here.
Yeah.
But you've seen shirts that are printed like all the materials printed.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
So they were importing it at a certain cost, and he's like, "Man, how much does the machine cost? Like we're sitting here buying this
Yeah.
all day. Why don't we just make it, you know, and increase our margin?"
Yeah.
So, you know, he went to the bank. They told him to open an account with them. You know, back in the day, things were so different. You know, everything's hand-to-hand business. So they told him to open an account. He said, "Fine, I'll open an account, but put $200,000 in it."
Yeah.
And, you know, just on his word, they said, "Sure." You know,
The bank loaned him
the bank
200,000.
loaned him 200K.
Wow.
Yeah, he bought the belt printer with no idea how to use it, run it. You know, he had his brothers with him, and they just took off. They started doing it. They were doing well for a long time, through up until, you know, the 2000s. They were still doing well, and then there was kind of a downturn from there. They
Yeah.
kind of like
That was
led
that
into-
first recession, the .com boom.
Right,
I think that was
right.
2000, the internet explosion.
Right.
So I don't know necessarily exactly what all was impacting the economy, but
Yeah.
I think there was a bank collapse there. So the second largest bank collapse in history just occurred with the SVB. So
Right, I heard
Silicon
about
Valley
that in
Bank
California,
collapsing.
yeah, yeah.
Exactly. And I think 80 to 90% of the I guess accountees, the individuals that had accounts there, had over that 250,000.
Yeah, everyone gets nervous. Anybody's got money gets nervous.
Exactly. Because the FDIC will protect up to 250,000.
Yep,
but
$250,000.
there was a lot of money. But I think the government bailed them out, just printed out a bunch of money. But it kind of
Yeah,
it's
and they
kind
put
of
out- I saw a congressman with a video. I thought it was so funny. He's like, "Don't worry, do not pull your cash out of the banks." I'm like,
bro. There's so many funny memes
Yeah.
of like where you'll see like, you know, when the bank's doing well, they're excited. When the banks collapse, it's like they're blaming it on you. It's like, this is your fault. You know what I
Right,
mean? Or it's
right.
like when you go to get approved for a loan and a bank's like, you need 800,000 credit score and we need da-da-da-da-da.
Right.
And it's like, when they want bailed out, it's like, whoops. You know,
And then you
it's
see
like-
what happens with crypto. Everything spikes because everyone's
Yeah.
like, "Oh, you know, our money's not safe in the bank."
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
so I think it's good to just put it everywhere. you
Yeah,
know?
to
spread it
diversify.
out, Yeah.
Right now, it's like, I don't know what to do with it. But
Yeah.
like you
Invest
said,
it, man.
and
Small businesses.
small
that's the way to go.
businesses, invest in your business.
Yeah.
My foot's busted up, so if the camera catches my foot.
Oh, what happened?
I do jiu-jitsu. And I
Oh, you do?
Yeah, I fucking slipped on it
No
today.
wonder. I thought I saw you on a video. You had a scratch or something. You had a
Yeah,
bandage.
yeah.
This is
Yeah,
like
so
getting up to.
half the time I've got something busted up at any given moment. So.
Nice, man. I've been wanting to get into jiu-jitsu. I did Taekwondo growing
Yeah.
up. Yeah, I did it maybe 10, 12 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, like Olympic sparring and stuff.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so good for I think mental
Discipline.
stability,
Yeah.
mental discipline. I think everything external is a reflection of your internal. You know what I mean? Everything
That's true.
outward is a reflection of what's going on inward. So
Right.
anytime I can get some physical development and mental development, I really believe in the personal self development. But as we keep hitting these rabbit trails, let's bounce back into your story.
Yeah, man. So I don't even know where to start. I do so much. Like,
Yes.
I got my hands in so many different things right now, so I didn't even
Let's-
know where you want to start.
Yeah, let me tap into my notes here. So the founder and active CEO of Four Logos, which I'm actually curious about. So
Correct.
Is this just a clothing printing company?
It's actually a lot more than that. So we are a promotional products and merchandising company. We work with intermediary marketing companies that sell direct to consumers for like custom screen printing, apparel, embroidery. But we also work,
Will you grab one of the Diversity Kings hoodies and show him it and see if he could do something similar?
Oh yeah, we'll talk hoodies. We talk apparel is what I do all day long.
Yeah,
So
because
it's
I
like-
want to make polos.
Yeah, we'll take care of all that, man.
Yeah, our people are cool, but I'd like to support
Yeah.
local. You know what I mean? So it's like
Yeah.
I'm sending money to Nebraska right now. I'd rather
Oh,
put money in
dude, I'm
Chicago.
right here. I'm in Villa Park.
Yeah, see, I'd like to put money
Yeah.
locally.
Yeah,
I'm a real
absolutely.
big advocate of I like to
Yeah, you should,
spend
man.
around my circle.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know what I mean?
networking is the best. I mean, that's how a lot of my business is done.
Yeah.
Hand to hand.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we do a lot of the sports printing, you know, with MLB, NBA,
Yep.
NFL,
NHL, MLS.
You know, I do the stuff for the Blackhawks, Chicago Bulls, Chicago
Man,
Bears.
how'd you get all these contracts? How'd you get to working with all these individuals?
So there are trade shows that these buyers go to.
Okay.
That I've been going to. There's contacts that I revived from back in the day. Okay, so left chest embroidery. That's nice. Can I see that?
Yeah, of course.
Oh, it's a nice heavyweight hoodie.
Yeah, I like it
16
real.
ounce.
I like kind of like that Kanye vibe. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah. They charged you, what, $40 for this?
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, we have to order like 20
Yeah,
or
we
something.
usually
Like,
only have to order like 10.
but they
Right.
keep increasing
Yeah.
how many we order.
Yeah.
Yeah, but so like for, I think it was for all of that was $1,000 for, I think it was like 24.
Yeah. Do you do like I had them do some like Nike collab stuff for me, Nike hoodies. Can you
Yeah.
do stuff like that too?
Yeah, so I'm a licensed distributor for every brand you can think of in apparel. Nike, Carhartt,
So
Under
if I
Armour,
wanted like Jordan,
North Face,
you could
Jordan,
do
whatever
a
you want.
Jordan
Yeah.
black zip up hoodie and put my company
Yeah,
logo on it.
absolutely. All day long.
Dope. We're
Yeah.
gonna put an order in. Could we like
Oh yeah.
do one after this?
Yeah, we could talk about it today.
Cool.
Yeah.
Let's
Yeah.
go.
Figure it out.
I'm
I
gonna
do.
order
So I
some.
do screen printing and embroidery. I do it in house. So my facility in Villa Park.
Dang. So we could literally pick it up and you'd be like, hey, bro.
You
it's
can
done.
watch them make it right in front of you.
Dang.
Yeah. So I got 20 employees there. We got 8 automatic screen printing presses. Your average shop is 1 press. So
Dang.
that's kind of also how I get access to these kind of contracts is that I'm a volume shop.
Yeah.
So like for example, Blackhawks right now, I had to bring in 100,000 rally towels, red rally towels.
Yeah.
I'm sitting holding them, depending on how they win out in their games. Per game, home game after their wins is 20,000 towels they need delivered to United Center every game that
Yeah.
they're going to have at home. So I have to have it in stock ready to print pending on whether they win. So it's called hot market printing, what I do.
Yeah.
So, you know, also Minnesota Wild, I have 57,000 bandanas sitting waiting for whether or not they win out, you know.
Yeah.
Then we start printing. You know, like Cubs won the World Series. We were sitting there that night, you know, full staff, all the machines set up ready to print, and I got reps from Fanatics sitting there, and 47 brand, and we're sitting there waiting. As soon as they clinched, you know, we started printing. Even I think like as soon as we knew they were going to clinch the game, about 20, 30 minutes before the game ended, or whatever it was, I don't recall. We started printing right away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Because we have to you got to think about, we're distributing to all of the Dick's Sporting Goods, all the stadiums. So if they just won that night, now by the morning they want trucks going out to all these different stores, you know. So we have 20 trucks waiting at our shop. Just as they're printing, we're loading trucks.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah.
That's insane, dude.
Yeah.
That's insane. So how long have you been doing the 4 logos?
4 logos, I started in 2019, but I got into apparel right when I was finishing up high school. I started like a streetwear brand, King of the Jungle,
Okay.
which ended up doing very well, and that's kind of how I got my feet wet and started, you know, in this. Right around that same time when I was getting out of high school is when their business was starting to fail.
Yeah.
So pretty much they went bankrupt, and when I got out of college, I went into the same business under a new name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what year did you graduate high school?
2016.
Okay. Just a
Yeah.
year before me then.
Yeah, I went to high school with Sophia. That's how I found out about your podcast.
I think you had mentioned that.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
do you do her meal service at all?
No, I should, man. I'm getting big. I should.
Hey, look, her food's phenomenal.
I bet,
Her
dude.
food's
I could
phenomenal.
tell. I've been following her page. I could tell, man. She's passionate about what
Yeah.
she does. I love to see it. man.
What
She's doing
is
well.
in the water of your guys' high school or your area? Because this is 2
Yeah.
really successful people I've met
Yeah.
from one. You don't really find that. You know what I mean? Just one individual
Yeah.
area, but
I don't know. I don't think there's anything in the water because you just said it. It's 2. and
is there
I'm sure
anybody
there's-
else
I'm sure
that you guys
there's-
know of
I'm sure there's a hand. Oh,
that you went to
know,
school with that's popping?
Yeah, man. Perion. He's younger than us. He's in the NFL. I forgot what team. He's
Wow, so he made it
badass.
to the league.
Yeah, and you know, good friends of mine, the Panashuk brothers. They went to the NFL. I don't know if they're still
Okay.
there, but you know, people. But it shows you there's still just a handful
Yeah.
out of, you know, there's 3,000-4,000 kids at the school.
That's insane.
You know,
What sports do you watch? What's your go-to?
I watch football. I played football my whole life.
Okay.
So I went to Valparaiso University to play football.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
What position?
D tackle.
D tackle?
D tackle. DN.
Let's go. What's your
Yeah.
favorite NFL team?
My favorite NFL team would be the Bucks, but now without Brady. So I don't know. I'm a huge Tom Brady fan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love Brady. You can't
Yeah.
hate the game, bro.
Yeah.
When it comes to
Exactly.
like
The best is
goats.
the best. I mean,
Well, all around, honestly, he might be one of like top. If you talk about like all around like every sport,
Yeah.
Of,
Oh,
like,
he's in there. Top
he's up-
5.
I feel like top 5, top 3.
Top
even,
5
like,
greatest athletes
many
of all
rings.
time, I would say. Yeah.
up there.
Yeah.
Are you a Jordan or a LeBron guy?
I'm a huge Jordan fan. Man.
Thank
I got
God.
the ones on right now.
Thank
you know,
God.
that's
Do we
my
have
guy.
the same ones?
Yeah.
I was gonna say when I saw
Do they
them,
look
I-
similar?
Oh yeah, the same ones.
Yeah.
The sneakerhead.
I love ones. So I got
Yeah.
those are my favorite. The little Chicago ones are sticking out right there underneath
Yeah, yeah.
the picture of my mom.
Right.
Those are my favorite ones right now.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm a little bit of a sneakerhead. I just give them away though. You know what I mean?
Really?
I'll get bored of them, beat them up.
Yeah.
I just wear the shit out of them. You know what I mean? I'll work out.
Yeah,
I don't
I've
care
been-
that much.
I've been
Like
a sneakerhead.
as much as the materials and things are cool. At the same time, I want to use it. I'm not the type where it's like. Because
Oh,
I grew
yeah,
up,
not for
I
sure.
grew up so broke where it's like I'm not the kid that's gonna be like,
Exactly,
put
bro.
them in my ice box or
Bro,
whatever.
straight up, dude.
Whatever they call
That's
them, like
what
the
it
glass
is.
box or something
That's
like that.
what it is, yeah.
I'm not doing that. I'm wearing them.
That's
You know
what it
I mean?
is. If I can afford it now, I'm gonna get it and I'm gonna beat it up.
Yeah, I'm gonna use it. I'm gonna use it.
Oh, can we
so.
swear on here?
Yeah, we've been. You know what I
Okay,
mean? So I
okay.
don't. Do you stop during Ramadan?
Dude,
I'm always like,
Man, it's hard. It's hard for me to fast, man. I don't really do it. I should. you
Yeah?
know? Yeah.
okay. Well, I'm always curious because I one of the guys, shout out Hosher at 10 Planet Jiu Jitsu, but he's imagine like some of these guys that are in the UFC doing Ramadan,
Yeah.
but also cutting weight for fights and everything like that. It's like,
I've done it, man. So I wrestled in high school.
Oh,
The same
okay.
thing. I've done it even
cutting
for-
weight and
for
being in the. I
football.
couldn't imagine
Yeah.
like eating only at night. You know what I mean? Or
So when the sun comes up in the morning, 4 or 5 in the morning, to when the sun
Goes
goes
down.
down,
Yeah.
you cannot ingest anything. You
Yeah.
can't even have a glass of water.
can't have water.
No, not even
I'd have a
water.
headache. You know how long
Yeah,
is it?
you'll
6
have
weeks?
you'll have a headache. No, it's a month.
It's a month? Okay.
It's really one lunar cycle because we started at a certain time of the moon. This Thursday is when it starts.
Wow,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
Wow. And some people like they really get into
Most people, yeah, they take it very seriously. I should,
it.
you know.
Yeah.
But
Well, I train also at shout out Arctic Training.
Okay.
So I train at a Palestinian jiu-jitsu place. Also, like once or twice a month, I'll do some gi work, and obviously.
man, I
it's-
might have to come. I wanna.
Yeah,
I wanna
bro.
get into it, man.
and it's she, the one of the owners. She's from Palestine, or
Right.
she's got Palestinian, heritage. So she celebrates it. And what's iftar? I always ask the same question.
Iftar?
If I thought it was iftar. Is it iftar?
No, iftar it's iftar. That's when you break your fast in the evening.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
so
That's
it's
when
like
we all
every
have
night
dinner.
you have an iftar.
Yeah, every
Okay,
night.
see, I'd be
in
having
Ramadan.
iftar every other hour.
Right. I'm the same way, and then I smoke. It's hard to fast.
Do you
man.
do pork?
No, I don't
Okay,
eat pork.
no,
I
okay,
don't
that's
eat
like the
pork.
absolute
It's funny
no.
with Muslims, man. Like liberal Muslims, they'll drink, they'll smoke weed, but
Yeah.
they'll have sex. They won't eat pork.
Yeah, we were joking about that at the gym
It's-
today.
it
They're
is
like,
a joke,
There's
man.
like one
Stuck
absolute
for the
cutoff,
wall,
and
it's
it's
not
like
good,
as
but-
soon as you bring up pork, it's like no,
Yeah,
no,
no,
not gonna
yeah.
happen. I've been eating at this. I think it's Pita Mediterranean Grill. Do you know what I'm
Yeah,
talking
yeah,
about around
Pita
here?
Pita, yeah, yeah.
Do you like them, or is that like
That's good. Yeah.
like is
I
there
like
a better
Arabic food.
spot than?
Then pita.
Yes.
For, what do you get? Shawarma, like a sandwich.
So
Or you
I have
get
been
rice?
getting. I'm gonna pull it up just to see if I'm getting like the best.
Better
thing.
spot, kolachi, man. Kolachi tandoori.
I'm
grill.
getting a beef kufta.
beef kofta. Okay, the kebab.
Yep.
Okay.
And it's just in a wrap, so it's got hummus, it's got the cucumbers, whatever else, and they got decent fries, and I get a little bit of lemonade. But I'll either get that or I'll get the.
On Roosevelt Road.
I think
Is
so.
that one you go to?
I have everything DoorDash. It's this one.
We have a Gravity. I just signed the lease 715 West Roosevelt Road. Another Gravity opening there.
So what's that?
So Gravity is bubble tea.
Okay.
It's a franchise, so that's another business I do.
Yep.
Yeah.
So what about kolache?
Kolachi Tandoori Grill, that's the restaurant. It actually used to be a restaurant that turned into, then we got the lease the next space on the right and left, a grocery store and a banquet hall.
Mm-hmm.
We ran that for about a year and then sold it just this past December.
Yep.
But
you got a second location in Schaumburg.
Correct, yeah.
Now, and then the Gravity is a bubble tea cafes. Do they do food there?
Yeah, we do food there as well. Yeah, paninis and chicken wings,
Yeah.
waffle fries, that kind of stuff. Yeah.
Now, what's the digital marketing agency?
Razzak Digital.
And what all full marketing management and software solutions for small. So what does that look like? What would a good package look like for somebody investing into that service?
So we do everything top to bottom. I have a team in Karachi in Pakistan. I personally went there and set up an office.
Yeah.
And I got guys there that are just dedicated to what we do. Our clients. Our niche is kind of restaurants, but
Yeah.
we do any small.
So
business.
what are you doing? Are you building websites?
We're doing websites, branding, graphic design, social media management, paid ad management on socials, on Google Display, pretty much top to bottom, SEO, email marketing, retargeting ads.
What's SEO again?
SEO. Oh, you gotta know SEO, man.
Yeah.
For Adversity Kings, man. We'll take care of your SEO.
What's that? What's
So
that stand?
SEO is search engine optimization.
Oh, okay.
right?
So like when you type in Google and like how likely it is for you to
Right.
pop up.
So how relevant you are to that query
Okay.
is how you're gonna rank in the search.
Yeah,
right?
we have to definitely help my SEO.
So, you know, if whatever the tags that we figure out there are for your podcast, if
Yeah.
it was, you know, podcast, entrepreneurship, these kind of things, we'd come up with a word bank.
Yeah.
And then we'd go embed all that text in the metadata of your website wherever we can,
Yeah.
behind every image, behind every page. So then when Google's reading your website, you know, if you say entrepreneurship 1,000 times, you know, you're going to rank higher than whoever has it appearing less in their website.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fire.
Yeah, it is really interesting how it works.
So many different, you know, and you're 26?
I'm 25.
25?
Yeah.
Okay, so when's your birthday?
January 5th.
January 5th. So
Yeah,
you just
98.
recently turned 25.
Just turned
Let's
25.
go. So I got 8 months on, or you got 8 months on me because
Yeah.
I'm 9/25, 98. So I'll
Okay.
be 25 in September.
Septiembre. Okay.
Yep, septiembre.
Okay, yo
So
hablo
you-
español también.
Yeah, español.
sí,
so
sí.
mi español is malo.
Oh, es
yeah.
malo? ¿Por
Yeah,
qué?
malo. Yeah. So how many languages do you know?
I speak Spanish, Urdu,
This is
English.
this is so embarrassing.
I can understand Punjabi. My mom is
Okay.
speaks Punjabi. I understand it. I listen to music. I have a hard time speaking it.
Yeah.
I'm not comfortable with it, but I can understand
Yeah.
it. Yeah. So 4.
I'm on like a 53-day streak of Duolingo. So if
Okay.
that
Let's
counts
go.
for
Yeah, I
anything.
use Duolingo. I'm trying to learn French.
Yeah?
So yeah.
Let's go. Yeah.
Yeah.
So how long do you like? Have you used Duolingo to learn any languages, or did you just picked up Spanish from?
Spanish. I got a minor in Spanish. I did it all through high school, through college.
Okay.
And then all my employees in my printing business are Hispanic. They don't even speak English. So
Okay.
all the business I do, all of running the actual production
Yeah.
that I do with them, it's all in Spanish.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's dope.
So I became pretty fluent.
That's dope. So
Yeah.
where do you want to transition now? You want to highlight one of these individual companies that you really see like kind of pioneering everything for your income this year, or you want to talk more about
for
personal
income,
life?
you know, it's been 4 logos has been the base of everything.
Yeah.
It's a 7-figure company. I mean, we do huge contracts. I get purchase orders for hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Yeah.
For merchandise. I'm running a job right now for Menards. They're retailing tea towels, you know, 60,000 pieces. We do this kind of work all the time.
Yeah.
So that's the main driver. But I've been doing that for years. What I'm most excited about right now is the franchising on the bubble tea. It's a boom, man. I mean, I never knew what bubble tea was. you
Yeah.
know?
I still don't.
I'll tell you, it's, you know, the boba.
Yes.
It's little smoothies, but they'll have toppings in it. So it's boba is tapioca. So it's like a little doughy ball. You know, I don't like it as much, but people love it.
Yeah.
Then there's bursting bobas. There's these little fruit pearls, so they pop with juice.
Uh huh.
You know, if you ever had the froyo, where you throw the little popping balls on the froyo, you know what I'm talking about? It's kind of like that.
I don't know if I have.
I'll have to take you there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good business. So I had opened the first one. My sister's my partner in that business. Shout
Okay.
out Fizza. That's my girl right there. She does a lot for my business. So Gravity, the first location is 877 Roselle Road in Schaumburg.
Okay.
That was the first one. We started in April just last year. The second one, Sweet Dragon Boba by Gravity, is like a sub brand that we're franchising under. That's at 4800 Irving Park Road in the city. So that's
Okay.
fully built out now. We spent like almost 200 grand building it, and we're just waiting on a permit to open.
Okay.
We've been delayed. We were trying to open since December, but
Wow.
yeah, it's a beautiful spot though. It's like 2,000 square feet. There's a candy store.
Yeah.
Similar to if you've been to what's it called, Sugar Factory. It's similar. There's a candy store and
Yeah.
then it connects to the whole cafe.
The one in the mall right down the road?
Yeah,
I think they have a sugar factory there.
yeah. So similar to that, one part of it, and
Okay.
then the rest of it is like a whole cafe.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's sweet.
yeah.
What's the next 5, 10, 15 years look like?
Man, I really, with my printing company, I really want to get it to a place where I'm out of it as far as work. I just, you know,
Yeah.
manage it from behind. You know, hire out some more salespeople, some more managers, just kind of get that workload off of my plate. And then I really want to dive deep into these franchises. I mean, it's a great business. My goal is to, you know, build a few every year.
Yeah.
You know, so and I GC the projects myself. I oversee it all. You know,
What's GC?
general contracting. So
Okay.
all the build out. You know, the plumbing,
Oh, okay,
electricity,
wow.
building the kitchen. You know, now I got my dad's doing the commercial kitchen, so now it's easy to source the equipment.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow, man.
yeah.
A lot of great things.
A lot of great things, yeah.
A lot of
I
great
can't
things.
think of, I'm missing anything, but
So, what about your kind of personal life vision? Do you have? What are you into spending money on?
what am I into spending money on? Man, I don't get the time to go spend my money. I
Yeah.
just spend all my time making the money. I guess just, just my own personal stuff, man. You know, I smoke a lot. I'm a big pothead.
Yeah.
Since I was a kid.
Yeah.
Me and my boy Nate, we've been
Smoking.
smoking.
So, spend some
Yeah.
money on some smoke.
Oh, I have a medical card. They print me out my thing once
Yeah.
a year. I give it to my accountant. So that first year that it went legal, I think 2020, we spent on my car like 60 grand on weed.
Yeah.
We smoke.
Wow.
Yeah.
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 Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
Yeah, bro. That's how I mean, and I'm proud to say it. I don't shy about it.
Yeah.
That's not something I hide. 'Cause,
Yeah.
I'm a high performing person. That's how I do it.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So is there anything like cars, trips?
Cars, I got nice cars. I came here in my Q7.
Yeah.
Trips, we do. I'm going to Dominican next month.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's
so
go.
everything, man. I like to have a good time.
Yeah.
On the fun side, you
Yeah.
know, we go out. I'm in the city a lot.
Yeah.
I DJ also is something I got it. That's more of like a hobby, but it's
Yeah.
kind of becoming a profession now the past couple of years.
Like Shaq.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
like Shaq. Yeah.
Shaq be DJing.
Yeah.
What about do you have a favorite restaurant, a favorite go-to food place?
Go-to food place, man. Capitol Grill.
That's my
Steaks.
go-to.
Yeah, that's
I'm
a spot.
I get the
bro.
lamb, so I get the
Really?
lollipop lambs.
Okay.
Phenomenal. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I forgot. I don't even know what. I just get a nice steak there, man. It's good.
Yeah, love
Yeah.
Capitol Grill. What about like more of like a quick food place around the area? Like what do you like quick that's
Quick
like really
food.
consistent?
Quick food, consistent. Man, Chipotle. I'm a big
Chipotle?
Chipotle guy.
Man, I'm
in there.
Chipotle'd out, bro. I feel
Really?
like I've been having because as soon as I was
They be
able to
pissing me off up in the Chipotle. bro.
yeah, see,
swear
I
to
feel
God.
like as soon as
I still go back.
yeah, if it's like a really bad day, it's like all right, I just get Chipotle.
Yeah.
It is what it is. But man, I remember I like for the longest time wasn't able to afford Chipotle, and then like got into sales. So
Yeah.
I'm 17, 18 years old. Well, I guess 18, 19. I get into life insurance sales, and then I able to afford Chipotle. I was eating it every day.
Yeah.
So you figure 3-4 years, I was eating Chipotle probably every single day.
Yeah.
And I don't know what it is. Probably just a few grizzly pieces of chicken that I'm just like, all right, I'm done with this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I just.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Chipotle.
And I
gotta step your game up over there at Chipotle.
That and I think also when you increase the quality of food, so like now your food palate and your taste buds, there's like your standards go up. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? So it's
yeah.
like having all those Capitol Grill steaks.
Right. I
You know
mean,
what I mean? It's
overall,
like-
man, I've been trying to just avoid the fast food.
Yeah,
There's
oh,
so
yeah.
much stuff. There's a
Yeah.
whole conversation about all
high
that
quality.
kind of shit.
You can eat. I feel like you can eat more if it's high quality. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like
yeah.
the lower the quality of the food, the less you can
Well,
consume.
it's all
of it.
about whole foods, man.
Yes.
No hormones, none of that
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's a long-term vision for me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just get a piece of land and just kind of have like fresh produce. You know what I
Okay.
mean? Fresh food, everything like that.
That's a good plan.
Have the animals
Yeah.
and everything there.
Yeah.
So have everything ready to go myself.
Yeah. Best would be to have personal chef. Just cook
Yeah.
it up.
Yeah.
All the best stuff.
Yeah. What about? Let me see here. What about? Are you into hobbies outside of working?
Hobbies outside of work. Man,
Outside of the DJ too.
I work a lot. That's
Yeah,
the thing.
you
So
got to.
like I wake up, I go to my office, I'm there until the evening, then I come home, then I'm doing more work. I got all kind of projects, all kind of correspondence. My phone is running nuts all day. So it's like by the time my work day really ends, it's more like 11,
Yeah.
12 o'clock, it's midnight, and then I smoke a joint, go to sleep.
Yeah.
Do
Yeah.
it again the next day.
Are you into any movies, shows, games?
Yeah, man.
What
I
do-
watch a lot of stuff.
What's your top 2-3 movies?
top 2-3 movies? Scarface for sure.
I got the Scarface
Up there.
poster right there.
Yeah, I got one of those.
Yeah.
Yep. Tony Montana shit.
Yeah.
I don't know what else, man. Goodfellas, Wolf of Wall Street,
Fire.
classics.
Yeah, the
I like the
Wolf of Wall Street's behind that.
I like the gangster stuff. you
Yep.
know, yeah.
The Irishman's a phenomenal gangster
Oh,
movie.
that was a sick movie.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's a gangster one.
Sopranos, I love that shit. That's
I'm
probably
just finishing The Sopranos. I
that's
never
my
watched
favorite
it.
show, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just watched it this year, so
Yeah.
I got like one more season left or something.
Yeah, each episode's like its own little mafia movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
So I
fire.
try to tell people.
It's fire,
Yeah.
and there's good principles to emulate into your core circle of like just loyalty and just
Yeah.
really taking it very extreme. And it's like weak-minded people and weak-boned people just they're not
Oh, it
built
just
to.
doesn't work,
It
man.
don't work. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
When
it
it comes to
just doesn't
sustainability, you might get success a little bit, but you're not going to hold on to it, or there's not going to be a lot of depth to it. You're not going
Right.
to really be able to feel the full depth of being successful,
Right.
because your character is out of whack.
Yeah,
you know
man.
what I mean? So
The good thing is though, those kind of people, you kind of shut them off over time. They
Yeah.
just naturally fall away.
Yep.
You know. So,
Absolutely.
yeah.
well, let me see here. Favorite food, favorite restaurants, movies, TV shows. Well, we hit a lot. We hit a lot
Man,
fast
if you want
too.
to ask me about business, I could tell you a lot about so many different things. I mean,
Yeah, you got some
Um,
questions on your mind?
not questions. You know, so the franchising is a big thing, right? It's something I just got into.
Yeah.
With franchising, and it's crazy. My goal is really, you know, I've done the math on it. How much revenue we collect, you know, as the franchisor, you know,
Mm-hmm.
when we're giving these franchises out to people, you know, the franchisees.
Yeah.
If we got to about 3,000 stores, we'd be at $1 billion of revenue in royalties.
Yeah.
You know, so that's my goal. That's where I'm trying to go.
What's the RIP percentage?
So 7% we take royalty off the gross, and then
Okay.
3% is a marketing fee. We don't take that. That goes right into a fund
Yeah.
that gets spent on paid advertising
Wow.
for the location. Yeah.
So I'm a franchise owner for for a life insurance company. You know what I
Okay.
mean? So
Franchisee.
franchisee.
Right,
Yes.
okay.
Yeah. So I'm a
Gotcha.
franchisee, and it's a partnership. So it's Simon Arias and then Tristan Dlabik. So it's a 50-50 partnership. But our take is like anywhere from 20 to 30% gross. You know what I mean? So like
Is what you get left with?
Yeah, so that's our RIP from the gross sales weekly. You know what I mean? So if we do 100,000 a week, it's 20 to 30,000.
Man, that's crazy how
Yeah.
heavy that cut is for them.
So
It's crazy. It's
well,
flipped in insurance.
yeah, and then the
But it makes sense because you guys are doing the sales. They're putting up the money for the fund the policies. So I get it.
exactly, and so and what's cool about the life insurance is there's a lot of money that flows in the front end and the back end.
Yeah.
So when we sell a life insurance policy, we get a good upfront commission, but we get that back end residual income as well. So for every month that they pay on that policy for the life of the policy, we're getting anywhere from 1 to 5 points.
So it's the same concept, right? You know, I get, you know, $40,000-$50,000 up front from the franchisee.
Yeah.
I help him build the place. And then he runs it. I take care of the accounting, the marketing, and then,
Yeah.
you know, I take it's passive income, man. That's
Yes.
what it's all about.
Yeah.
So, you know, I also have rental properties. I get passive income from that. You know, I have a bunch of investments. I do crypto, stock market. I do a lot of options trading. So for me, it's all about that passive income. So,
Yes.
you know, right now, for logos, my goal is to somehow turn that into a passive income rather than me working, you know, my ass
Trying to
off.
automate everything. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Like trying to be the most, and that's what I try to teach the young business leaders that I have in my company. It's like
Yeah.
the goal isn't for you to be like the hardest worker. That's cool for a year or two.
No, you
know what
gotta
I
work
mean? But
smarter,
work
not
smart.
harder.
You know, what I mean? Especially in today's day and age. You know what I mean? Like
Right.
artificial intelligence is coming.
Oh man, I use it. I already
yeah.
use it. You know?
Have you tried out the GPT-4?
I haven't tried out GPT-4, but I'll tell you, GPT-3, I've used it already to make investment proposals. I've used it on business plans. I've used it for copywriting,
Yeah.
the blog posts on our websites. I've got my guys using it in digital marketing,
Yeah.
just descriptors. I use it heavy in SEO. It's a big help in SEO.
Wow.
Yeah, it'll give you all the information you need.
See, I've played around with it, but we have such a simple business that I don't know. Like, I've played around with can you make the script better, but it's like, or like our sales training, sales
Yeah.
scripting processes, different things like that. But at the end of the day, for us, it's just more bodies. You know what I mean? For us to
Right.
get to $1 billion, we need about 30,000 sales reps. I already did the math on everything. About 30,000, you'd consider it sales reps, sales leaders. You know what I mean? That first level of leadership.
Gotcha.
So,
Yeah.
and that,
So how do you guys find your customers?
for insurance,
Yeah.
so what's cool is we're a unionized life insurance company. So the franchisor sells leads to the franchisee. You know what I mean? So I buy leads and then distribute it to my franchise.
So what's your CAC for that?
Oh, you'd have to break down that abbreviation. What does that mean?
Customer acquisition cost.
Oh, so I pay about $20 per resource.
Oh, that's not bad.
Yeah, it's not horrible.
That's
but like
cheap.
we gave out, I think I gave out close to 10,000 leads this month.
Oh,
So
wow.
they take half the money up front, and then the other half I can put on my back end through
Okay.
through my passive income account.
Gotcha.
So you figure, and you figure it's 100,000 up front and 100,000 on the back.
That makes sense.
But it's a partnership, so we can do 50-50. You know, see what I'm
Makes
saying?
sense. It's something I want to get into, man. I don't limit myself. I'm the type of person, like, one thing set up and running. All right, like I don't even look at that or think about it or brag about it. I want to do the next
Yeah.
thing. You know.
Well, yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, when it comes to like easy millionaire, the financial services industry
Yeah.
is the easiest way.
Yeah.
Because if you look at it, I think it's like 51% of millionaires are made from the financial services industry.
Yeah, insurance is the biggest business.
Because we're just selling money.
Period.
Yeah, we're
Period.
we're
Yeah.
selling long-term money accounts,
Yeah.
and it's very simplified because getting into some of these other, financial advisor and like financial investment accounts and different things like that, you need a Series 63, you need a Series 7, whatever. For life insurance, you need a life insurance license. You know what I mean? I was an 18-year-old kid and got it in a day.
Yeah.
So it's like there's no prerequisites.
There's not. And one of my partners, I'm getting into cannabis industry. One of my partners there, he started off in life insurance when he was young. He's a Filipino guy, Rodney, and he hit it big. Now he's partnered in a Porsche shop. I mean,
do you follow that cannabis guy on Instagram, Burner? I think his name is.
Burner?
Yeah. I feel like you look a little bit like.
Do
him.
I?
I don't know. Maybe I've only seen him a handful of times, so I don't want to be disrespectful.
No,
so I don't know.
I got you. No.
But
he owns cookies.
Bro, he seems like he
He's a
smashed it
man.
in the cannabis industry.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because I don't follow many guys, but his page was appealing. He seemed very genuine. He seemed very transparent. And I was like, he seems like a cool ass dude.
He's a cool ass dude, man. I'm excited actually to get into that business.
Have you been to any of his shops?
I've been to the cookie shops in Michigan and then in California.
Are they nice?
Oh man, they're nice.
Yeah,
they're nice. It's better than whatever's going on out here. Actually, there's a shop in Vegas. I forgot, it's Planet something. It's the biggest dispensary in the world.
Yeah.
That place is crazy.
Is Nevada recreational or is it?
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Okay, so why do you know that?
She knows that.
She's getting drug tested.
In Vegas.
Go ahead and get the drug test out.
Somebody flew her out.
Yeah. Go ahead and get the drug test out.
I'm just kidding.
Somebody flew her out.
I'm just kidding.
Make sure we cut that and just put that as one of our highlights.
Yeah. Yeah. But no, so Hanover Park is where I grew up. I'm friends with the mayor there. So he's given me pretty much express permission to open, the first dispensary in that village.
Let's go.
So now I'm in the works of purchasing a license.
How much is it? Because I know liquor licenses can run up a couple $100,000.
Yeah, I can tell you all about the cannabis licensing in Illinois. It used to be that you pay this exorbitant application fee, like $30,000 non-refundable, and then you pretty much, the instructional to the old application was like 800 pages.
Okay.
That's the instruction. So the actual application turns out to be, a 20,000 page, like a huge document, just a full comprehensive business plan, what you're going to do, how many guards are going to be at the door, how you're going to move the money. Because the whole thing is you can't bank the cash. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So now you got logistics of all this cash.
Why can't you bank the cash?
Because it's federally illegal, marijuana.
Okay.
Right? So statewide, it's legal, but banks are held at a federal level. So that money is all in cash, right?
Yeah.
So now you got to have a plan how you're going to move this cash, how you're going to have the security, how many armed guards are going to be on the truck, where you're going to have the cameras in your location, like completely deep business plan to the last point.
Yeah.
Is what it used to be. So now the problem was when they first started the program here, the whole goal that they said to the public was that we want to, minorities have been unfairly policed with marijuana and the arrests for marijuana. I don't know any of the percentages, but it was heavily minorities were the ones being arrested for it.
Yeah.
So now that they legalized it, what they said their intent was to kind of give back to those communities by, giving the licenses to minorities to sell the weed. What happened was all the rich white guys, I hate to say, they put up, somebody in the front to say, oh, yeah, this is, my buddy Dave is his dispensary, but really they own it. You know? So they kind of figured out that corruption. So last year in July, they switched it to a lottery system to try to avoid this. Because it was straight, people were just...
Is it a non-refundable lottery system, though?
No. So now the application, and anybody can apply, just right now the date just passed, I think like a couple weeks ago, it was in February, for the deadline. So they're giving out 50 licenses this year in Illinois to the lottery winners. You just $250, simple application for a conditional license now. So if you win that, you get awarded a conditional license.
Okay.
You build your entire facility. Then once you get your final inspection and everything is up to code, then they grant you the full final license.
And then you pay for the final license as well?
Correct. So really, the lottery thing's a crapshoot. There's no way to ensure that.
It sounds like just an extra $250.
Yeah, but how many people are going to apply?
Oh, yeah.
So you have 10,000 applicants.
Yeah.
They're giving out 50. So there's really no way to. It's just lottery, straight up by chance.
Yeah.
So the way we are getting our license is there's a certain individual. He's a financier. So like I said, the banks won't touch this whole industry.
Yeah.
Right. But there's a certain bank that invests in the build outs of these dispensaries in Illinois and specifically in Chicago. So that guy who is the financier who owns that bank, he's got his ear to the street, so to speak, with anybody who gets a license, because they're going to go to him to fund the build out of the dispensary, right? So when something is up for grabs, he'll broker a deal. So that's what we're doing. So we're purchasing a pre-existing license that's already been.
Okay.
Yeah.
I
So
see what you're saying. Now, when do you think it'll be federally like legal and recreational or whatever?
man, I hope soon. I would say it's got to happen in the next 5 to 10 years.
How many states are recreational?
I think a good amount now. I want to say 20. I'm not sure. 20 something
Yeah.
states. Yeah. Yeah, I want to say a good amount.
Now, once it's over 25 states, would it technically not be forced to be recreational because that would be over
No, I think they would have to.
half?
They have to federally pass. I know there was some progress where it went to the House or the Senate, either or. There was some progress on it, but I don't see it happening in the next couple of years. Just because those states
Are there
that
people still in jail for
Oh yeah.
marijuana?
Oh yeah, man. There's people in jail.
Imagine being in jail right now, bro.
Bro,
in
there's
20
people
states.
in jail for marijuana here in Illinois, and they're doing like long sentences for having marijuana while guys are now getting rich off selling it. you know?
Yeah.
So the average revenue for a dispensary in Illinois, it's like $8 to $20 million,
Yeah.
a year. So this license we're purchasing for a few $1,000,000, we're gonna get it. This financier, he puts up the money to build the place. You spend another couple million on a property, a couple million on a build out inventory. So it's a high barrier to entry. It's not easy to
and
do.
it's still a weird thing, you know what I mean? Especially, it seems politically corrupt to keep these people incarcerated for something that now the government's taxing off
Man.
of. And that's why I get so skeptical when it comes to so many different things.
Man.
When I like big pharma or
Oh, yeah, bro.
anything that
Oh,
the government
yeah.
can get their hands on, and it's like,
Whole lot of bullshit.
hey, you
going
can't
on.
sell it, so we can sell it. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? It's like, because
Yeah.
technically, like meth, Adderall, methamphetamine, like
Yeah,
Adderall, the
don't get me
components of
started,
Adderall,
man, on
that's
the
methamphetamine.
pharmaceutical industry. Yeah.
So it's like, when I see different things like that, and it's like, then you look
Have you
at
ever taken Adderall?
I took one, I believe, once, and
Yeah.
had a horrible reaction.
Right.
I had a
Yeah.
horrible. Now I was up
And they
like 2 or
give-
3 days.
They give that to kids
Exactly.
you
They
know.
prescribe kids to that.
because they tell them they got ADD, ADHD. Man,
Yeah.
we're
You don't like
human
math.
beings.
Yeah.
We were in a jungle sleeping on the floor.
Yes.
And we had to keep our ear open for a fucking tiger or some bullshit to come eat it. Like,
Yeah.
we're not built to be sitting all day like this, not moving. So no shit. Every kid's gonna look like he has ADHD. I think it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
They give them Adderall and
It's
all
and,
this stuff.
and
yeah.
people don't notice like the long-term effects of
Oh,
like
yeah.
psychologically. It's essentially from, and I don't want to just be assumptive. You know what I mean? Because I don't know if I have anything to like quote article-wise, but I think you can kind of put two and two together where like this kind of destroys the brain. And I lost a really good friend that was like heavily abusing it and just like got out of his mind. You know what I mean? So if people already have pre-genetic symptoms of like having like mental issues, they shouldn't really mess with any type of drug without like seeing a doctor, getting a medical card, and like
Yeah,
making
even
sure
that,
they're
man.
working
I
with.
feel like before people go the pill route, they should see a psychologist, a
Yes.
therapist, to go that route. Like even stuff like Xanax, antidepressants.
Xanax can be related to like heroin. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
some of the components and that's the thing is like you look at these, it's like how is it legal for the medical system or the governments to sell it, tax it, and then but it
'Cause
then
cash,
you
man,
incarcerate
they're
exactly.
They're
So it's
getting
like
paid, dude.
and
They
pe-
want to keep you. They want to keep you on the Ferris wheel. If they solve your problem, you're no longer a customer.
exactly. Exactly.
As simple as that. I mean, it's ridiculous.
Yep. It's nuts, bro. It's nuts, and I will continuously think about like how the hell is someone still in jail for marijuana when it's
I'd be
20
pissed.
states?
I used to get when I was younger. I used to get arrested all the time for weed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I met with so I was jiu-jitsu today, and I was asking. There was a cop there. You know what I mean? He does it, and he was like, he said he's like, man, I'm really just looking for guns. I'm really like I'm looking for like illegal weapons. I'm not pulling somebody over for going fast or anything like that. Like it was kind of cool to hear him say that. He's like, you know what I mean? We get a real bad rep with just being like, hyper aggressive and just and he was really cool, bro. And he was like, and I was like, well, what about like when people get pulled over for marijuana or different things like that? And he's like, it's just like alcohol as long as it's not open. You know what I mean?
But it's got to be in the the packaging that they bought it in.
I never knew that.
Yeah, as of like once it became recreationally legal. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's a new law.
It's got to be packaged up.
Yeah, so you can show that you bought it legally because it's decriminalized, but it's still you could still get fined for having because they don't want people selling it black market. So if you have a big bag of it, versus the jar, they know you're trying to sell it or you bought it on the street.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's insane. And don't they limit
Yeah.
how much you can buy in one?
Yeah, they limit how much you can buy. It's different, I know, for recreational, for medical. But yeah, there is a limit. I think it's like 2 ounces is the most you can carry.
Yeah, and that's like your
as a medical
breakfast.
card. Yeah. No,
That's
I
crazy.
don't. But I don't smoke during the day. That's like my nightcap.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah.
Yeah. So, all right. Well, what else? Any other things you want to hit on? We're about an hour in.
Are we? It's been an hour.
We're probably 45 minutes.
You're 28 minutes.
Well, what are you doing over there?
Nothing.
Come up with some topics.
What do you mean?
You don't have any questions?
No, I don't have any questions. I mean, go.
Man,
We didn't start
I
at
could tell-
5:40?
I could tell you about so much shit.
No, we
Where should I
didn't because I
start?
had set up.
Man, the restaurant business, Golachi Tandoori Grill. You gotta come try our food.
Yeah.
It's amazing. Amazing food. People love it.
map it.
Look it up, man. Instagram.
You know what you should do? You should start a podcast.
Man, I want to. This is my first time being on a podcast. That's why I
know-
saw Sophie did it. And
She
I'm like,
started one.
Yeah,
She
I saw
started
that.
one, bro. You got to. How
With
do
her
I spell the
husband.
Galachi?
Kolachi.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, I saw that she came, and I'm like, man, I should. That's when I messaged you. I was like, man, let's do it. I want to give it a shot.
This looks good.
Oh, it's good.
Kalachi Tandoori Grill.
It's good food.
This is dope. So, man, let's try to chit chat a couple more minutes, man. Who do you look up to?
Who do I look up to?
Mentors, marketing. Like I watch try to get a lot of
I
inspiration
look
from
up
Logan
to
Paul.
I look up to David Goggins a lot.
Yeah, he's sick.
My life philosophy is get comfortable being uncomfortable.
I've read some of his books. I know
Yeah.
they're back. Have you read any of his books?
Yeah, I have.
Yeah, there's Can't Hurt Me down there.
Yeah.
Can't Hurt Me's
Yeah?
good. And he's
Yeah, I
got
love that book. I see it right there.
Yeah. Ryan
Yeah.
Chazier above that too.
I read a lot, man. I've been since I was a kid. I read a lot.
All of those are read, but I'd say 70% are audible. You know what I mean? So I'll get the
Right.
physical copy,
Right.
just so if I want to dive into a book that really stands out to me,
Yeah.
and I'll get notes and different things like that out of them.
Yeah, man. I want to get into audiobooks. I listen to podcasts all the time.
Yeah, that's all I'm
you know?
doing. Yeah.
That's all I do when I'm
Podcasts,
driving.
books.
Straight podcasts. Yeah.
Is so Goggins is your favorite?
Goggins is my favorite, man. Yeah. It's
what
real
else is on the
motivational.
rotation?
For podcasts, I mean JRE. Obviously, everybody's listening
Yeah.
to that.
Yep.
That's my guy. A lot of the comedians. Theo Vaughn, Bert Kreischer, a lot
Yeah.
of those guys. Joey Diaz. You know Joey Diaz?
Fucking hilarious.
Uncle Joey. That
Yeah.
guy cracks me up, dude.
His
Like,
tweets.
it's Monday, motherfucker.
Yeah, that's exactly
Yeah.
what came to my mind when you
Yeah.
said that.
Yeah, I love that shit, man. No, I like. You know what? I like that your podcast called Adversity Kings because
Yeah.
that's what life is, man.
And that's what we should wrap up with. What's the
Yeah.
hardest adversity you've had to overcome in your entire life?
My hardest adversity would be, my 4 logos. When I started that was off the back of a bankrupted business.
Yeah.
And I have a $100,000 a month overhead
Yeah.
in my business. So every week, I got to come up with 10 grand for payroll. I got to come up with my rent. I got to come up with all this money. And, to cover 100,000 in overhead in my business where 70% goes right to the garment.
Yeah.
Right. So with 30%, I have to cover that 100. So really I got to sell, double that to cover my nut to make no money.
Yeah.
So, to make money now I have to sell a couple $100,000 a month of merchandise.
Yeah.
Month after month. It's like being at war.
Yeah, bro, that was like us for this last year because when I became a franchisee, I took over the previous franchisee's business. He retired.
Yeah.
And the deal was I had to take over all his offices too.
Yeah.
So the overhead pretty much off rip was close to 100,000.
Yeah.
And getting a 20% rip, we basically got to do like 5 times that just to cover, just to
cover
make
the
no
nut.
money, bro.
So you know exactly what I'm
Exactly.
talking about.
So
man.
just basically spending a year like
Yeah.
being able to flex a 7-figure 1099, but really not having much to show for it. It's like,
it's a high volume, low margin, right?
exactly.
Yeah.
But in the years to come, like this will be, now we're in a year. It's like I just freed up. One of the leases fell off, so that's
Yeah.
20,000 off, a month. So
Right.
that's
There you go.
it's exciting. You know what
There
I
you
mean?
go.
And it's like, but
Yeah.
it's cool to share the vision with your people, with the people around you. It's like,
Yeah.
if I can do it, you can do it. You know what I mean? It's,
Oh,
there's,
yeah,
where there's a
man.
will, there's a way.
Yeah, and I didn't grow up real well off. My
Yeah.
family's always been in this business, and they always been in the same cycle of this high overhead, always struggling.
Yeah.
To keep up with this overhead. I mean, there's months where you make a couple $100,000, but there's months where you got to put in that same amount just to keep the business up. So it's like,
1,000%.
it's tough. But I've been doing it now, coming into I think my 5th or 6th year, 5th year doing it. So I've kind of there's in business, there's really high highs and there's really low lows.
Yeah.
So you kind of, running a business and being that last person in the line responsible, for the livelihood of all these people, all your staff, your range of emotion kind of grows where like, the craziest shit could be going on.
Yeah.
And I'm just unfazed. Or the craziest shit could be going on the other way.
Yeah.
Unfazed because there's no time to stop and think about shit, man. You got to keep it moving.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's what we say, you know what I mean, when we get people into the insurance industry, we let them know it's like, hey, listen, business is bipolar, but you can't be.
Exactly.
Business
I
is,
like that, bro.
Business is bipolar. It's up and down like a roller coaster.
Yeah, you can't be.
But you've got to remain stoic. You know what I mean? Balanced, poised.
Exactly.
Or like Andrew Tate stands there, unfazed.
Unfazed. I mean, man,
Right?
that's what it takes.
Absolutely.
That's what it takes. And people, it's hard for people to learn that, man.
Yeah.
Like, people, you'll see them complaining about their problems, and everyone's got a right to complain. Everyone's problems in their own life seem like the worst thing in the world to them.
Yeah.
But I'm like, man, like I gotta come up with this payroll. I gotta come up with this rent.
Yes.
Like you don't even know. And I got multiple payrolls now, so it's like, man, like the level of
All
stress.
the different. Yep.
It's different, man. But you get used to it, and that's how you become stronger to do bigger things.
Absolutely.
A lot of people have this thing, man. This is one thing I'd like to share. Just a little philosophy kind of thing. A lot of people have this thing where they think that everything's going to get better as soon as they hit this certain point.
Oh, God, yeah. Destination
Right.
disease.
Yeah.
Yes.
So pretty much like, man, as soon as I graduate college, I'm going to do this, and this.
Yeah.
As soon as I get this first job, I'm going to do this, and this. Oh, as soon as I get this promotion.
Yeah.
There's always the next thing, man. So I don't know it's a Greek mythology thing where somebody had done something to Zeus, right?
Yeah.
In this myth, and he was pissed off. So his punishment for this guy was he had to roll a stone up a mountain.
Yeah.
For eternity.
Atlas,
I
think.
Possibly, maybe.
Yeah.
I think Atlas was the one who had the world. Had
Carrying-
to carry the weight of the world.
I'm thinking I'm thinking
That's
the
some other
cell-
cool
yeah.
shit. All that stuff is
Yeah.
real interesting to me because there's lessons in it.
Yes.
Right? But the other guy, his punishment was to roll this stone up this mountain, and every time he got to the top of the mountain, it would roll back down.
Yeah.
And he was just miserable. It was like hell.
Yeah.
It was like living hell because, he busts his ass and he thinks as soon as I get this rock over to the other side, everything is good.
Yeah.
And it always come rolling back down. He's got to start back over. And the day where he decided to fall in love with pushing the rock up the mountain and stop worrying about getting it over the other side is the day he was at peace. It was like he was in heaven.
Yeah.
He just
Yes.
loved pushing the rock,
Yes.
you know?
That's a really good thing.
Man, so
I'm gonna share that.
There's a truth in that.
Yeah.
Is that like once you start to love the grind and love going after something, you forget about even getting it. And once you get it,
It's
it doesn't
fire.
even. Once you get it, it doesn't even. You don't care because
Yeah.
you want to go get the next thing. You're just in love with grinding.
That's
so
fire.
that's where I'm at with things. It's like
Yeah.
I don't care about whatever I've done. Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
That happened yesterday, and tomorrow's a new day.
That's fire.
Yeah.
I'm gonna call the dude that runs my podcast, introduce you guys.
Yeah, sure,
I'll
man.
call
That'd be
him.
great.
Hopefully he's in a good, not drunk.
Yeah. Who
Hopefully-
does that?
I'm hoping he's not. So his name's Peter Reichert,
Uh-huh.
and he works out of Ohio. Actually, he's in Pennsylvania right now. He may or may not answer. But yeah, he came out, flew out, set all this up, set up Sophia's, and
Oh man.
he does it all. Yeah, he set all this up. Hey, what up, bro? I'm doing a podcast. I wanted to introduce you to Humza.
Hamza. Yep,
Humza.
that's right. Nah, not Hamza.
No, dude.
I'm not a UFC fighter.
But he runs like 5-6 businesses around here, and I was telling him he should set up a podcast, or at least you guys could connect. You know what I mean? He loves, smoking to Mary Jane. I know you like that. You guys could connect on that.
Okay.
Yeah. So this is
What's going
Peter.
on,
I don't know
brother?
why he's in a dark ass.
How you
room.
doing?
What's going on? Who's it? How's that?
Hamza, Humza. Yeah.
Okay.
Nice to meet you, man. I'm gonna give you a call. I'm gonna get your
He's
number. From
Hey,
Tristan.
Peter. He's friends with Sophia.
Yeah.
Oh, really? Which one?
Defino. I mean, we're not really good friends, right?
Yeah.
I went to high school with her, but
Okay.
that's how I found out about this podcast.
You know, Zahira?
No, I don't.
It's one of her friends that called us up today. Very good to meet you, man.
Yeah, man. I like the setup. I mean, he's encouraging me to do a podcast. I think
The
I'm
Four
gonna go
Logos
through with it.
podcast.
Yeah.
Or-
Well, actually, so I already have an idea for it.
Yeah?
And I already bought a domain and stuff. I never actually did it. It's After Hours Podcast.
That
because-
sounds hard.
Because I have so many businesses. I have so many addresses.
Yeah,
and the
you do. You
keys
got
to so
to-
many places.
Yeah.
So I can go after hours in any business and set up a quick podcast, at a restaurant or at
Yeah.
the store or at the office or at the other office,
That's dope.
Yeah. So that's what I was thinking of doing.
All right, Pete, I'll shoot him your number.
Hey, I'm excited to meet you, Humza. Thanks, Tristan. Always a pleasure to connect with your network.
Yes.
Yeah, man.
Have fun with the rest of that podcast. I look forward to watching it.
Hey, and he's Pakistani like you are.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Khaled?
Yeah. We the best. Right?
We-
Yeah.
All right, dog. Peace.
Yeah. I actually met DJ Khaled one time.
For real?
Yeah.
Let's go. So
Yeah.
did my other boy. You met him
Yeah.
too.
Joy District in Chicago. We were smoking joints and shit on the mezzanine.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's insane. You have a favorite restaurant down in the city?
Favorite Rocal Core, man. I love it. I love the Wagyu.
They got one
flight.
up here, don't they?
They
in
got
Oak Brook.
one in Oak Brook, yeah.
I ate there once or twice.
Dude, get the
I might go there
Wagyu flight.
tonight.
Get the Wagyu flight. Take the Wagyu steak. It's Miyazaki Wagyu, straight out of
Yes.
Japan.
I
A5.
swear to God, I think I've had that.
And you dip that, and they give you a big piece of bone marrow. Like
Yeah.
It's a bone with
Yeah.
It's grilled. You dip that Wagyu in that bone marrow.
I
It's
might
like
go
butter.
there tonight.
Dude, it's good. It's
I'm
good.
so pissed about. I love the meal preps, but
Oh, you're
the
doing
sa-
the meal preps?
Yeah, but like Monday to Thursday, I'm like hardcore on the meal preps. But on the weekend, I'm eating
I gotta
Chick-fil-A.
try it.
Chick-fil-A and crumble cookies.
I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get the meal preps. I'm gonna
Get that and get crumble cookies.
crumble cookies.
Have you had?
Yeah, I've
you
tried
like-
it.
You
In
like
the
you like
box.
crumble or insomnia better?
I don't know. I'm not a big cookie guy. I tried the one that has the vending machine. Which one is that?
Oh, I don't know which
In
one
the
is it.
city, there's one that's like it's a cookie vending machine outside of the
She
store.
would know.
What?
The cookies. There's one of them has a vending machine in the city, where they're
Yeah.
giving the fresh cookies.
You would know.
Oh, I would know, huh?
Throw your number in here real quick.
I don't know. Actually, I don't think I do know.
Yeah, you would know.
Sure.
And then text me your first and last so I can lock you in properly.
Yeah, I got you, man. We could do some business together.
Yeah,
man.
absolutely.
I tell you about this bubble tea shit.
Yeah.
This franchises. Yeah.
Yeah. I was
man.
thinking you would both think the same way because I was thinking
Yeah.
same way.
Yeah,
Tell you
I'm
about some
locking down.
insurance.
I'm locking down leases and
Yeah.
just I'm building them and selling them or keeping them.
Yeah.
Like that. Yeah. It's
Yeah,
good
bro.
business.
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
I'm not gonna take 80% of your shit.
Well,
I'll take 7%.
the cool thing with this is, vice versa too. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
you
I wanna get
you
into
could-
that, too.
You could get an insurance license and
Yeah.
sell zero, do zero, not even show up, and just recruit a bunch of people, and we train them.
Right.
And you get 20. The highest contract we can give you is about a 20% rip.
We'll have
So
to talk about it.
you
'cause I
could
have
get a 20%
workforce.
rip
Like I
off.
told
Yeah,
you,
exactly.
I have the office in Pakistan, so I got people. $1 is like 220 rupees.
No.
Yeah.
Is that like good over there though? Like 220 rupees? Is that like?
I'm just saying, do the math. Like $400 or $500 a month.
Yeah.
You got somebody working for you full time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Yeah, and they're happy. They're out there.
Well,
they're out there balling off that.
Peter kind of runs his company similar because I don't know if he's from the Dominican Republic. He might be, but he speaks Spanish, and so
Okay.
he'll do a lot of business. He'll fly out and set up
Yeah.
like little, more so like virtual
Satellite
setups,
locations, okay.
but like in Spanish speaking countries, and so it converts better. The American dollar, it'll convert
Yeah,
better.
man. Yeah,
Right.
man. And if it's something that we need a call center, if I got Philippines, that's where I do
Yeah.
the call centers.
Yeah, yeah.
They speak
He-
better English. Yeah.
He does, but he found in Belize, he's got
Oh,
some
really?
guys that work, like they're on my media team from Belize, and they're dogs. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Absolute dogs, but they're perfectly, like they speak really good English, but they also can speak good Spanish too.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah,
yeah,
man,
there's a lot of
we
good
could
stuff
do
we can
that.
talk about.
Yeah.
I don't want to
We
give all our
definitely
business secrets
You
out.
should-
on here.
yeah, we're not going to tell you too much, but you should come by my office
Yeah,
in Villa Park.
I
I'll
will.
show you. We
We're-
have a nice showroom.
I'm gonna put an order in.
factory.
We'll put an order in if not tonight, tomorrow.
Yeah,
Tomorrow morning.
we'll work on it. Yeah, I import too. I bring in containers of blank goods. Apparel is a whole nother conversation, but yeah, hoodies. I got my own line of that.
Cool.
Yeah.
Let's go.
So,
Dope.
I'll
Well,
get
this was
some
dope,
good
bro.
stuff. Yeah, man, it was nice
Yes.
to meet you, bro.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes,
yeah,
sir.
Yeah.